Hello listeners, welcome back to Speakhook, your easy learning channel. Today we'll know about food processing industry in India. India, as a large producer and consumer of food, is likely to have an overwhelming impact on world demand and supply of food products in the future. With its vast production base, India has the potential to become one of the largest food suppliers to the world and at the same time serve its own vast population. Registering a growth of around 20% per annum, the total value of the Indian food processing industry is expected to touch $250 billion by 2020. Food processing industry is of enormous significance for India's development because of the vital linkages and synergies it promotes between the two pillars of our economy, industry and agriculture. Fast growth in the food processing sector and simultaneous improvement in the development of value chain are also of great importance to achieve favorable terms of trade for Indian agriculture both in the domestic and the international markets. Food and grocery constitute a substantial part of India's consumption basket, accounting for around 31% share in the total. In contrast, consumers in other countries spend a much lower proportion of their income on food and grocery. 9% in the United States, 17% in Brazil and 25% in China. Food and grocery is the largest segment in India's retail sector, with a share of more than 60% in India's total retail market in 2014. While there are tremendous opportunities on the demand side, India also has a strong supply base for the food and grocery industry. India has a strong raw material base for the food processing industry. India is one of the largest producers of certain fruits, vegetables, pulses, cereals and also products such as mangoes, papaya, potatoes, onions, ginger, chickpeas, rice, wheat, groundnuts, milk and eggs among others. Over time, there has been a continuous increase in the production of food processing industry. If we look at market scenario, the Indian packaged processed foods industry is estimated at $10 billion, including biscuits, chocolates, ice cream, confectionery, snacks, cheese and butter. The industry is growing at a healthy 14–15% over the past 2–3 years. The industry received good amount of foreign direct investment. With the second largest arable land in the world, India is the largest producer of milk, pulses, sugarcane and tea in the world and the second largest producer of wheat, rice, fruits and vegetables. Although processing levels in the country remain limited, this indicates an extensive opportunity in the food processing sector. Advantages of India's strong demand growth. Demand for processed food rising with growing disposable income, urbanization, young population and nuclear families. Household consumption set to double by 2020. Changing lifestyle and increasing expenditure on health and nutritional foods, increasing investment. Investment opportunities arise in agriculture, food infrastructure and contract farming. Given the trade and production of food commodities, the food processing industry in India is on an assured track of growth and profitability. The total food production of India is estimated to double in the next 10 years. Hence, there is an opportunity for large investments in food and food processing technologies, skill development and equipment. The major interventions in this context are, for example, canning, dairy and food processing, specialty processing, packaging, frozen food, refrigeration and thermoprocessing. Fruits and vegetables, fisheries, milk and milk products, meat and poultry, packaged, convenience foods, alcoholic beverages and soft drinks and grains. Health food and health food supplements are other rapidly rising segments of this industry. This video summarizes global and national scenario, also reflects on the evolving promising ecosystem, which should be benefiting all key stakeholders and facilitating farmers in doubling their income. The sector, however, has to go a long way. Even important is the crucial contribution that an efficient food processing industry could make in the nation's food security. For instance, the post-harvest losses of selected fruits and vegetables are about 25 to 30% in our country. Even marginal reductions in these losses are bound to give us better returns and thereby improve the income level of the farmers. During the last 1 decade, India moved from a position of scarcity to surplus in food. The present report is emphasizing on deeper diagnostics and interventions to reduce post-harvest, processing and distribution losses of farm products in the country. Further, the industry is witnessing significant reforms by the Government of India and several state governments with 100% FDI under government approval route for trading, including through e-commerce, in respect of food products manufactured or produced in India, enhanced investment in the food processing sector, proactive steps simplifying ease of doing business, delisting of horticulture crops and insurance schemes to support the vulnerable farmers and farm products. These will make the sector more competitive and market-oriented. With a number of fiscal relief and incentives, to encourage commercialization and value addition, Government of India has accorded high priority status to the food processing industry. Food processing is recognized as the priority sector in the National Manufacturing Policy of 2011. The Ministry of Food Processing Industries (MOFPI) has been set up as a nodal agency for formulation and implementation of the policies and plans for the food processing industries. With an overall objective of positioning India as the food basket to the world, several initiatives have been undertaken with the objective of promoting investments, innovation and bringing best practices.